Hello everyone, this is Kay in the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome to the channel and welcome back. Today we're going to do a collective reading and we're going to use the Seer Marchetti deck here, which I haven't got out yet, and then we are going to use whatever this deck is. We're going to use it, okay? It's the one with the funny characters in it. So I don't know. To clarify, let's begin. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for our collective today? And thank you for wrapping me around and enveloping me in your angelic wings of divine protection, love, and guidance. Please help me to correctly interpret the energies in the cards and to help me see clearly. Today's date is Thursday, January the 18th, 2024. Thank you. What do we have for the collective? Past, present, and near future. Past. We have that deep sorrow and grief, and it's a loss, right? You feeling like you lost something. You could have lost someone you love or someone to death or whatever. Near present day is official. So if it's not an official person that you're going to be dealing with or are dealing with right now, it could be the law, it could be a military official. But if it's not, it generally means that it's like emphasizing whatever is going to be clarifying this, emphasizing it, as in it's official. It's official. Okay, so near future is the polar bear, the bear, and the polar bear being white, it's pure intentions. It's digging into your inner strength and power, becoming self-empowered, and it's pure. You know, it's pure intentions because of the white. And the polar bear is like the strongest mammal on Earth. Apparently, yeah. Okay. Archangel Michael, what can you tell us about the cross, please? We have the first card, which is the journey, and the second card, which is expectation. There's no reversals in these decks. Okay, so somebody's been asked to wait. Collective, you've been asked to wait. You know, you've been waiting and God only knows you've been waiting. This could be the collective or this could be the cross watcher. Maybe both. But there's a journey. It can be the abstract journey of going inward, right? Remembering who we are. Or it's actual journey. Most often it's an actual journey because the other one has got pathway. And that's more like walking the path to the light, which takes a longer time, right? Then actually, this card would depict some kind of motorized vehicle, whether it's a train, car, truck, whatever, airplane, but it's going to get you there faster than if you had to walk it. Yeah, for sure. But the journey has been asking you to wait. Journey is about probably divine timing, but wait. Let me see. I want to talk about the cross here for a second. Okay. 36, we got the cross. It's very short. I am the bringer of grief, sadness, burdens, and ordeals. Yeah, okay. Pain, suffering, and guilt is the area of my expertise. I claim weeping, tears, and lamentations, and ask for your prayers and supplications. When happy cards come at my right, then you shouldn't experience too much fright. This will be your right. It's the next card that pulled out. So there's been, what it's saying is the journey that you've been on has been very burdensome, heavy for you. Heavy for you, but not so heavy, because remember, this is to the right of that. Not so heavy that it puts you under, kind of thing. It says then you shouldn't experience too much fright, too much fear, right? From the burdens that you've been experiencing. Yeah. So I'm going to check expectation just to make sure. Excuse me. Expectation. We meet a resigned and slightly somber lady gazing out the wide windows over a misty orchid. Yes, she is waiting with clasped hands. Literally, this card means a pause, a waiting period, no forward motion. More abstractly, it's a time for observation, reflection, contemplation, thinking things through, patience, and non-action. Let events ripen on their own accord. It's like the 3-month wait, this one is. So the card of the cross is basically telling us that you've had a lot of sadness, a lot of burdens in the past, great burdens in the past to deal with, ordeals, pain and suffering, possibly feeling guilty. And it's made you, it put you on pause, you know, in your life, because it was so painful. I mean, when we're in pain, a lot of us do things to try to get our mind off of what's happening with our emotions. And that's fine, that's one thing. But another thing is that when we're in so much pain, we can't think too far in the future at that point, really, right? It's kind of like you're in so much pain and sorrow and sadness and grief that it's like you're very acutely aware of the present moment, because it's that painful, and that kind of loss is kind of like, I know whenever I lose a pet, okay, I've lost my dad, all right, and that's another thing. It's like there is nothing, you know, at those times I'm thinking to myself, there is nothing in my life right now that's way more important that I need to be doing right now, because I am just definitely not in the mindset or in the emotional space for taking things forward. A lot of people take time off work, right? They get that bereavement time, possibly, I don't know wherever you live, but bereavement time. So it's about like sitting still and just contemplating, you know, letting yourself be on pause during this time, not doing anything, really. Not too much about getting organized or preparing for some future event or movement forward away from wherever it is you are. You might think about it every now and again, but more often you're feeling the pain, the mental and emotional pain of having had these heavy burdens and sorrow and grief to deal with. Okay, so right now what's going on in the present day with the official person? Archangel Michael, thank you for that message for the past. Hopefully our collective is out of that now. We have what I refer to, this is the lady number 2 of the Gilded Reverie deck, but I call her the Empress because she's bare-chested, meaning she's vulnerable and she's fine with it. Like she's just cool, she's all right. Look at her standing in front of the window with her red robe on, saying that, you know, love is in the air. You know, love is shouldering me. Love is wrapping itself around me. I'm fine. I'm good. You know, I'm in the Empress. I'm in a good state of mind and emotional balance, right? So let's see what else we have. And then we have the key. So something has been discovered that sets something free. Interesting. And it's official. This key is either to lock you up, you know, in that little cage. The door's open anyways, but it can lock you in there, or it can set you free. It depends how you look at it, how you understand the situation and circumstances, how you want to perceive the situation and circumstances. Will it lock you up, or like keep you in prison, like keep you as a prisoner or like a caged bird, right? Or will it unlock the cage and set the bird free? These clarify that. I do that all the time just to help me remember. These clarify that. It's official right now, present day. It's official that you, if this is for the collective, this lady here, if you're the collective, you're the Empress, right? You have something that you've discovered that will ultimately free you, and it's official. It's a done deal kind of thing. You're going to do it. If it's been given to you as the official person, you're going to do it whether you like it or not. Let's see. Number 22, that's the official person. Official person says, give a task to the official person and he will make it so. Next to a non-person card can also mean it's happening whether you like it or not. Well, it's not next to a non-person. This is a person. Thus, next to it can mean happy whether you like it or not. You may be in a situation where you're not in control. Someone else is giving the orders. When this card isn't an actual military officer, he can be an official, such as a policeman or a judge. He might be approachable in... Well, okay. So what I get from this is the card also sometimes acts as an exclamation point, describing neighboring cards as official, right? Official princess. Experiencing situations where power and authority are required, or you're involved in a relationship that is characterized by restraint and formality. Perhaps an ambitious person in your jobs. Official person says that you should be more determined and focused on following your goals. Well, I think that what this is saying is that she holds the key. The Empress, if this is your reading collective, obviously the feminine, then you hold the key to something. You hold the key to something, and that it's the official. It's officially the solution. It's the official solution to what? We don't know yet. It has something to do with love and relationships. I know that much. Okay. And now if it's not, if it's a masculine collective we're talking to, then you see this lady as your Empress, and that she holds the key to you being able to officially be set free. Set free, officially set free. Okay, Archangel Michael, card number 15, please, for the near future. We have change, and we have mountain. That was in another reading yesterday or the day before. The mountain was right there in that position, I think. Okay, doesn't matter. Well, these clarify that. So you've used your inner strength. You've found your inner strength. You become self-empowered again. Near future, self-empowered again, where you can get with your sheer willpower, and you have confidence in your own strength and power, right? That you have the self-esteem, self-confidence, self-power. You have come back into your own again. And you're removing any blocks that would be in. Look at how the mountain is ahead of the car, right? So the car couldn't get past the mountains. But with your inner strength and your sheer will to move forward, because that's car moving forward on a road or a path that you have been able to overcome whatever obstacles lie on your path. Now this is the near future, okay? I'm really interested in this in particular, but let's talk about the cross card, please, Archangel Michael, for clarification. What are we talking about? Here's one. We have the Three of Swords. That would be like a loss, a heartache, burden, heavy emotional burden, right? Three of Swords, heartbreak, separation. We have death. No, the devil. Sorry. We have the devil. Saturn, toxic energy. And we have the Hierophant. I spelt it wrong. It's Hierophant. All right. This could be with somebody that you're married to, who has been sitting in toxic energy that has caused this great burden in your life. All right, journey, the heartbreak, the great burden, sadness and sorrow. Journey, please, number 10. Number 10, we have the Ten of Cups, 10-10, interesting. 4, this is the Emperor, okay. And the King of Cups, Emperor and King of Cups. Expectation, please. Card number 28. Thank you. Ten of Swords. This is the Sun. Wow. And the Two of Wands. So somebody in your life, between the two of you, have a broken heart. Because somebody was sitting in toxic energy. They were trying to, this is your marriage, okay? This possibly somebody you're married to, collective. And if it's not, it just means somebody who held some kind of power over you, like the Hierophant. A Hierophant is a powerful figure. They teach. They can teach, and they can lead. They are powerful figures, the Hierophant. Yeah. Someone was holding this kind of toxic power, let's say like the devil, right? If that's what you believe, the devil has you by the tail. But so this toxic energy that the person who's broke your heart was sitting in when you were dealing with them all the time, they had some kind of power over you. And this could even mean like spell-wise power, like black arts, black magic, casting spells on you to confuse you and to make you see nothing else but them, as somebody who would be their partner in life and romantic partner and all that. So it's very possible with the two cards together, those two energies could mean that they were using black magic. If they didn't, they had hired somebody, paid somebody to do it on their behalf, cast spells on you. This is the King of Cups, Emperor, and the Ten of Cups. Great emotional investment, right? With the Ten of Cups, it's the most emotional investment you can have in a relationship. Since we have the Ten of Swords here, and then the Sun and the Two of Wands, I feel like all these cards for the two clarifiers here are saying is that collective, if you're not a feminine, if you're feminine, you're sitting also in your masculine energy. But I'm just going to go ahead and talk about this reading as masculine from the masculine perspective, because we have the Emperor here after all, so I'm going to go with that. But the Ten of Cups is like, this was a great emotional investment for you. It hurt you a lot. You realize that the journey you've been on has a lot to do with emotions, the heart, right? Going back to the heart of the matter. But Emperor is that you're the husband in this marriage, and then a King of Cups came along, and your spouse betrayed you, like was unfaithful to you in your marriage. You became enlightened to it with the Sun. It's the Ten of Swords Sun, which caused you to have to look at your options, you know, like making a decision to go a different way. You've been having to wait, though, for whatever reason. You've been having to wait. And I can honestly say it's because of what I mentioned before. It was just so much heartbreak that you just needed to be on pause for a while. And that perhaps if you went through any kind of legalities with your spouse, that that you're waiting, having to wait to release these burdens, this heartache and pain, the betrayals, the other man in your life. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is what that is. You are on pause for a moment, being asked, really, with life circumstances for one thing, but really it's all instigated by the divine. The divine is asking you to just sit still, stay put for a bit, because obviously you're in pain. In this, right? 36. Let's read that again. The cross. This is, I am the bringer of grief, sadness, burdens, and ordeals. Pain, suffering, and guilt is the area of my expertise. I weep, I tear, I cry, and I lament, and I ask for prayers and supplications. So, you've been turning to, through all this pain, turning to somewhat of a higher authority. If it's not a person, like a priest, minister, or whatever, of the religious sector. But if it's not that, it would be like your soul or your God, God that you're praying to. Because it has been that confusing and that unbelievable and that painful for you to think that your spouse would and could do something, not necessarily could, but would do something like that you never expected it. It hits you like out of left field kind of thing. So let's talk about the official person, please, Archangel Michael. We have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so you've been stuck up in your head in a mental prison while on pause. The idea is not to be in mental prison when you're no longer on pause. Making a judgment, making a final decision on something, maybe feeling like you've been judged karmically, right? And then the Four of Cups. Yeah. You officially acknowledge that you've been judged against karmically, and perhaps that's why all of this happened to you, because you rejected somebody in the past, and it probably is this one here, this one I refer to as the Empress. Soul, Archangel Michael, lady number 2, please. Card 29 in the present position. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Destined path. Karma paid off. Lovers. Karma. Because of a choice that had been made in the past. With the Page of Wands. Impulsive, excited, brand new beginning, just being like naively rushing forward with a great idea or great news or a great idea, right? I've got a great idea, let's have an affair, that kind of thing. Page of Wands. How about the key card, please, Archangel Michael? We have the 8 of Pentacles, the 9, the Hermit card, the Page of Cups, and she wants to come out, so we'll do it. She's the Queen of Swords. That's, Queen of Swords is all about truth, right? Unless she's in the reverse. She's the opposite. Page of Cups, Hermit, 8 of Pentacles. Making something happen, put an effort in to make something happen. And being rewarded for your efforts. But this here, 8 of Swords, is you being in a mental prison. Like the official person, it could be a policeman, right? Mental prison. That's what the book said. That if it's not a military official, it could be the police or a judge. Yeah, you could feel like you were judged. There's the judge card right there, and kept inside your own mental, your mind, your mental prison, because of rejection. This 4 of Cups, rejection, and the karmic wheel. So this has everything to do with this lady here, who is the Empress. Now, she may not have been then. But this Wheel of Fortune is all about you. Your destined path was to do what you did when you did what you did. When you done what you did. Yeah. But the Wheel of Fortune is, it's karmic payback time. It's karma payback time. So the wheel had not been moving in your favor until you stayed put long enough to deal with what you're dealing with over here. Do it the right way. Pay off your karmic debt with this person here that has cheated on you and possibly been casting spells on you too. Or for some it could be, and for some of you it wouldn't be. Because not everybody deals in black magic, right? So whatever works for you. But there was a choice in the past where you were rather enthusiastic about putting yourself in a situation where you could have 2 females and you'd be the main male, the main guy. So you see that you were then, you didn't realize it, but you were dealing with then somebody who was rising up the ranks, so to speak, vibrationally, to become a spiritually evolved human being. Spiritually evolved human being who's wise and who has all 4 queens, all those positive traits and characteristics all within her, plus she's on top of that a master manifester, because she has that direct connection that she maintains, sustains, and maintains. And you see this about her, and she is the one, you know, from your own imprisonment, your own mental imprisonment, has got the key. She's the one that has got the key. And you've been putting in a lot of hard work, a lot of focus on yourself, your internal self. You know, trying to change you from the inside out, because your inside out, like whatever's, you know, as within, so without, as within, as above, so below. It's like as within, so without. So what your landscape was within you, you operated from that, and that became, you know, your life. Everything that you accumulated and the people you attracted into your life was the result of your inner landscape. It's all divinely orchestrated too, because look, what else are we here for when we can't even take it with us when we die? And sure, we can leave it behind for others, but then they die and they got to leave it behind. It'll be less. So it's like it's about learning to remember who we are. And you went into hermit mode here and received some guidance from your soul, or from just intuitive hits while you're in introspection and soul searching. Through that time, you realize this one is the key to your freedom. She is like this. This is a page of cups. It means that with the Ace of Swords, or the Queen of Swords, means that you want to, you know, you want to offer, you want to, because after you're done, not done, because we're never done going within, okay? But after you've spent enough time within here, healing your burdens and grief and sorrows from your past, letting yourself off the hook and forgiving yourself, finding a way to love yourself, self-love, right? You want to move towards her, because you see her as your key to your own freedom, your own. You're in a mental prison. Mental prison. No, you know, we've all been in our own mental prisons, and it's scary, isn't it? You just want to be able to come to her and apologize and tell her everything that she needs to know as Queen of Swords, because you rather expect her to be frank with you and to ask you some questions. You expect that. Yeah. So then what's the polar bear? What's the polar bear? Archangel Michael. What's the polar bear, please? We have the star. Yeah. There's white, and the star is white too. It's all, you know, spiritual, pure intentions, pure intentions. The Queen of Pentacles? Is this Queen of Pentacles? No, the King of Pentacles. Wait a minute here. Okay. Yeah, okay, sorry guys. This is the King of Swords. I was just looking at the female, right? So it's the King of Swords. Page of Cups and King of Swords. So you want to, you will need to really, if you're not thinking I want to, you need to come towards her, who's the key to your freedom. In every way is a key to your freedom, because she's great love, right? She's someone's highly nurturing, and she's, like I said, she's master manifester, so she births new worlds, new realities into being. She's quite capable of doing that. So it's like at that energy resonancy, that high frequency resonancy, like that's close to stillness, which is God's pure consciousness, close to stillness as you possibly can get while you're still in body. You create very quickly. You manifest, I should say. Well, it's creating. That's the same thing. because we are creators. And the closer we become to who we really are in this world where we can actually manifest stuff, because if you're in pure consciousness, which of course we are, but we don't realize it, and it's all about the mind, what it thinks and where it thinks it is. If you are as close to pure consciousness as possible, it's just like a matter of, okay, this is what I want, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody and doesn't hurt yourself, and it actually adds to your emotional and spiritual development, then bam, you've manifested it right here in this world, on this planet. And that's why we're here. We want it to be able to come to a place where our thoughts could show up in form. But in order for that to happen, like, we're always by default, we're always manifesting, but we're manifesting at whatever level of resonancy we happen to be sitting in at the time. So if you've grown spiritually and developed that you're in an Emperor energy, that high resonancy, or the Empress energy, then you're still manifesting like you did before, but it's quicker, and it's going to be so much closer, if not exactly what it is that you want. Because at that resonancy, you're highly responsible and accountable for what it is you think by this time. By now, when you're in that resonancy, you are very, very aware of what your thinking is, what you've been thinking about, what you're thinking about right now, and how you're going to think maybe in the near future. You're so aware of it that you're keeping yourself on track with your thinking, because you understand that it's your thinking, because it's all in the mind. Your thinking is what creates the what do you call it, simultaneous emotion that sends a vibration out from our heart to the the ethereal, the universe around us, and then the universe responds to that, and then bam, there it is. It's no longer an unseen manifestation, it's an actual physical form manifestation. And it's just so much more fun to play at this level, because you can do it, and you can do it quickly, and you can do it the way you really want it, because whatever you're thinking and whatever you're going to manifest as a result of your thinking and feeling, it's going to be something that's going to be good for everyone, not just you. But it's going to, of course, you're doing it for yourself, but you're also doing it for, they say it's for your highest good and the highest good of all. That's basically what. So at that level, whatever you do and manifest, whatever your desires are, that it's going to have an effect, an immediate effect on the rest of everybody else. So you're wisely manifesting. You're wisely keeping an eye on your thoughts. And so it's a whole different world when you are at the higher resonancy of an Empress or Emperor, because you can play and have fun, and have all sorts of wonderful manifestation experiences. Whereas down where we're at the lower resonancy, where we're in still a lot of fear, and we might be scared of things and trying to resist things and resist people, and having these thoughts about, I don't like that person, or I hate that person, or I hate this, I wish I was not here, and I wish I was there instead of here. That kind of pessimism and possibly despair and just negative thinking, that is still manifesting. You're still manifesting, but what are you manifesting? We're manifesting more things to have more of those kind of experiences, so that we can then judge it the way we've always judged it, negatively. So we keep ourselves in a perpetual loop of negativity. If you understand what I'm saying, when you're thinking negatively, simultaneous negative emotion comes about, which then shoots rockets out into, and it's just rockets of desire, it's just a way of explaining it, shoots rockets of desires out into the ethers, where everything is, it's just not formed, but it's there, the energy of it is there. Universe responds in light to what you're thinking and feeling, and that becomes your reality. So yes, we are the creator of our reality. Each one of us are. If you want to have a different reality, if you don't like what you're seeing and experiencing right now, you would want to start changing start developing, going into doing the hard work on yourself to change your thoughts, to become aware of what your fears are, go into hermit mode, you know, get hung upside down, so that you can gain a new perspective, so you can see what it is that you have been attracting into your life as a result of the way you've been operating, thinking from the subconscious spirits that are down there, that have been hiding your soul's ability to be able to rise up and become the emperor or empress that you are. So that's what you would want to do, so that you can clean your subconscious mind up, you know, largely empty it out of all negativity, all beliefs that you've been living from. Like, one belief would be like, I believe that all politicians are crooked, okay? And yeah, you know, I would tend to agree with you there, but the reality is they aren't all crooked. It's just the ones that are not behaving above board are the ones that we are as a people, you know, voting in, because they have slick ways of being able to grab our votes, right? And you know what I'm talking about. So they manipulate the population by offering these things. Let's talk about the Democrats that, with whatever his name is, that got into power. He talked about how he was going to do a student loan forgiveness, okay, of $10,000 or more. That never ever came to fruition. They made it look as if they tried, but come on, they had known from the beginning that was never going to happen. Just something like that. So you know that the ones that are in power are the ones that they do it in a way with corporations funding them and all this sort of stuff. They get into power because they have the ins and the outs. They have that kind of energy in them that they're there. If the leader of the party isn't like that, everybody who's supporting them, or most people who are supporting them, including the corporations that are lining that particular party's pockets, are in that vibration, because it has to be good for them. It has to be good for them in some way. And so if the leader, the one that's I can't believe I'm talking about politics, but the point is that not everybody is like that, but with so much pressure from behind you, the ones that are supposed to be supporting you, they're putting so much pressure on you that you end up, most, if not all, I don't know who hasn't, will end up caving into that pressure. So then they look like they're bad too. They look like they're manipulating the masses too. But it didn't mean that they started out that way. Okay, so that's the idea, is that you've got to change your inner landscape so that you can become the person that you really want to be, with all the love and the happiness, the lasting happiness, stability and security in your life, prosperously, abundantly. Your health will improve as well. Your health improves, you start feeling free yourself, you're just feeling like life, now this is life, that's what you'll be saying, yourself. Now this is life. This is what I would expect it should have been. But for this reason, that reason, it wasn't. So that's the whole idea and the motivation as to why you'd want to do the inner work. Go within and do that inner work. Work hard on yourself. Hard. I did. Work hard on yourself, and I'm still working on myself, okay? It's a lifetime thing, but it gets easier and easier because you have less things to be so upset about. As time goes by, less and less things you seem to care about, worry about. You probably stop watching the news, even stop watching the weather, because it's all negative, right? And it just brings you down, and you be like thinking, why am I watching this? This is not making me feel good. And if I don't watch it, then I won't know any different, and I can rely on others to tell me what it is I do need to know, so I don't need to find it out for myself. And so, it's just, you start changing the things that you used to do that would confirm your negativity, to confirm your beliefs about certain things, right? You start changing, allowing those things to go by the wayside for a while at least, to see what else you've made room for that can come in and prove to you that you don't have to watch the news. You don't have to watch the weather. You don't have to read the newspaper. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do that's going to bring you down. Okay? That's going to set you up for a negative experience either today or very soon. I hope that was helpful and that it made sense. So you have the star, 4 here, and the death card. Okay? What's the third one? We have the 7 of Swords. Ah, ha, ha. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. You have pulled yourself up by the bootstraps, as they say the Puritans said way back when in the 1600s, whatever, in the United States, when they migrated or immigrated to the United States from England. They said, you need to, this is the place you come to work hard, and you pull yourself up by the bootstraps, right? This is what you're doing as a polar bear here. You're pulling yourself up by the bootstraps. You're creating change in your life, and you're removing the blocks that used to be on your path. That's wonderful. So you got the star. That is you healing and bringing balance into your own energy. Your own energy. You're balancing your heart and your mind. Your yin and your yang, your feminine and your masculine. And you're putting an end to anything that would throw you out of balance, like I talked about, watching the news and the weather and any negative people, friends, family. They start talking about, they start, complaining about, bitching about this person, that person, anything and that thing. What I do is I listen to them, and then I change the subject. I listen to them and let them go so far, and then I change the subject, because they got to know that they're heard too, right? That they have a day in court to express the way they feel about something or someone. So I let them do that, because I know it's not going to affect me, because I already am sitting in my own power, and I know when to change the subject. So that's what I do, is I change the subject. So if you're going to get on the phone with somebody or visit with somebody who's like that, the best thing for you to do is come up with some ideas, different topics to talk about right away, like have a list of them that either you have in your pocket or by the phone or just in your memory, and you say, okay, as soon as they start bitching about something, I'm going to change the subject. And then I'm going to tell them I have to go to the bathroom. Can you show me where the bathroom is? That kind of thing. So by the time you get out of the bathroom, spend some extra time in the bathroom. When you get out of the bathroom, then, go towards somebody else. And they're probably already talking to somebody else. So this is at a get together or family event or whatever. Maybe just over Thanksgiving or Christmas or something. You can change the trajectory of your own experience in this family event by changing the subject and asking to, leave that space for the bathroom break. So we have the 8 of clubs, wands. Yeah, change. Fast moving change. Communication. With the ace of wands. Thank you. I get a little stuck on these things here. And the 9 of wands. That 9 of wands keeps coming out all the time. Why is that? That would be the blocks, okay? The wounds. 9 of wands is the wounded warrior, but somebody who's got still the strength and the will within them to gain back their power, grab it back, and say, life's not going to keep me down. No way. That was rough and it was tough, and I sure wouldn't want to go through it again, but I have more to do. I'm not done yet. Yeah, I'm not done yet. This is not going to put me in the grave. So the mountain. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Well, holy gramoly. Look at, she's hugging her little swan there, and she kind of looks like one or two. Holy gramoly. 9 of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, sir. Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Wow. And then we have the Magician. Talk about becoming a master manifester. So you come to realize that by becoming single, independent, doing well on your own. Here we are, doing well on your own as Nine of Pentacles. You are like, you're very wealthy, you're prosperous, you know, you've got life by the tail, not tiger. You got life by the tail, like I was talking about. You do this and you raise your vibration and you start having fun and you become what? A master manifester. This is the Magician. Okay? And you know that the whole idea of raising your vibration is by not pushing your agenda onto someone else, which means you're going to do things in a way that's going to give you time to reflect and to reconsider if you need to, and consider. It's a Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving, right? So you're going to take things slow, but you're going to reach your goals, because that's what the Knight of Pentacles does, simply because they take one step at a time. They take a step and then they reflect, and then they might have to tweak something because they thought about, you know, through the reflection, well, was that the best thing to do, or is there something better I could have done? Then you decide, and then you take your next step, and then you assess and reassess and reflect and consider, and you know that it's just going to take you longer, but it is the hare and the tortoise, right? So it's all perfect. Yeah, it's all perfect. You're in your singledom. You're single here in the near future. You've removed the block of being married and sitting in toxic energy over here. So, you know, you balanced yourself. You put an end to anything that was Seven of Swordish. What? Sneaky, manipulate, underhanded, and took your power back. You took your power back. I'm so pleased for you. And you're moving slowly with no longer impulsiveness, which got you into trouble in the first place. And Eight of Wands is about fast movement forward, but through communication. And that's a change for you, right? Because if the communication is to your Empress here, you haven't been talking to her. That's a change in itself. For fast movement and communication in the near future. Okay, and so then we have the Ace of Wands, which is all about, you know, a brand new, spiritually orchestrated, you know, designed new path of passionate pursuits. Okay, and this is one where you're saying, I am a wounded warrior, yes, but I'm okay with that now, near future, right? Because it's given me the strength and the passion to manifest, like to get all of my tools of manifestation together like a cauldron and just get it in there and mix it up and say, this is what I want, but boom, there it is. This is you using your wand, your ninth wand, and saying, I'm not down yet. I'm definitely moving forward. I might be moving under the cloak of some kind of disguise. But in any case, yeah, you're moving forward. You are removing the blocks. You become single, independent. You're no longer codependent on anybody else. Best place to be when you're making change, okay? When you're making change happen, you're manifesting a better future for yourself, a much happier and everlasting happiness. It's not just fleeting happiness like we have at the lower energies, right? Where it's the roller coaster, the ups and downs. The ups is the happiness, downs not so happy. Up, you know, it's more still. So your happiness there, it's just really happiness, because it doesn't waver enough for you to say, I'm unhappy. And if it does, be for like a minute. Yep. You might think of something that makes you sad or mad, and it'll be a minute. And then you'll be, you know, your mind just automatically changes, because this is the last thing I'm going to tell you today, but we all have like about 63,000 thoughts on average, okay? Every day, every 24 hours, we have 63,000 thoughts on average. Some more, some less. And about 88% and more, up to like 88% of those are negative thoughts. And so the next 10 to 12% is positive. Okay, that's on average again. But the point here is that our minds, and we don't even realize it for the most part. It's largely unconscious or subconscious. We're not aware of it, that we are thinking negatively it's because of the past. Our past experiences we keep bringing into our present day, which then creates our future. It sets us up for the future energy. So if you're bringing in, wounds from the past, experiences that were not pleasant from the past, and you still have an opinion about that, and you created a strong belief in you about it, then you're going to, because of that energy, which is still in the negative energy part of the chart, the emotional layers chart, you're setting up the energy for your future to be very much like the past. You're bringing the past into the future, then it becomes your future. You bring the past into the present, that then becomes your future. Because nothing really much has changed in you right now. And I hope this is helpful to you, because I know we've heard it. Maybe some of you have never heard this, and some of you have heard it already. Hopefully this kind of cements it for you, because if you do want to have everlasting happiness in your life, you've got to raise your vibration. And I say that with so much love and respect. I hope that this was good for you, and if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe so that you know when I post a new video. Thanks so much. Bye for now.